Hi guys, so welcome back to our data analysis use case playlist. In this playlist, we're just going to pick up a Python topic and then we just elaborate using data analysis. So just to start off, we already know that we have our data science salaries data sets because that is what we are dissecting. And so this is the first 5 rows. You can see that. So yeah, first 5 rows. Right. So now what are we going to do with Python, with the Python list? Right. What I'm going to do is this. Okay, I am going to create a Python list from one of these columns here. So I'm going to use the salary list. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call this salary. Right, I'm going to call this salary underscore 2. So this is the second salary. It's going to be a list actually. And inside of it, I'm going to have my data science salary data frame, a 2-dimensional table, rows and columns. That's what it is. It's a pandas data frame. Then I am going to take out salary. So now it's already in here. Now, if I do this, that means right inside here, I have got salary 2, which is, it's a series, it's a pandas series, just 1-dimensional, right? But no, I don't want that to be a series. I want this to be a list. So I'm going to use a list function and I'm going to convert this to a list. So once I do this and I do this here, you can see it's now a list. Just to confirm, of course, I know you know it's a list already. I'll just use the type function and it tells me it's a list. So to simplify it, I just will let us see the first five elements. Oh, yes, that's it, the first 5 elements. So you can see that's what's in it here. So now we have salary underscore 2 as we have it as a list. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this list and I'm going to put it back into the data frame. Right. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to create I'll call this salary underscore half. This is going to be the column I'm going to create. So I'm just going to make it an empty list. So this is it. So I instantiate an empty list. So this is how you do that. So I have an empty list. So that means if I check salary again, half, boom, it's empty. Right. Now, what I want to do now is I want to divide the salary by half and then put it inside the data frame as a column. Right. I just want to, just because I can. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use a for loop, right? So what I'm going to do is I'll say for sal in salary underscore 2. I'm going to be like, I have this. I'm going to say salary underscore half dot append. I use an append function or an append method, which, see here, appends object to the end of a list. So that's what it's going to do. And inside, I'm going to say sal divided by 2. So everything that's going to be divided by 2 here in this sal is just going to be put into the salary underscore half. So again, just so you know, if I say type and I put salary underscore half, it's going to be a list. You see that? Now I'm just going to show the first 5 elements of this using a slice notation. And you can see half of this, look at this, we've halved it, right? We've sliced it in 2. Now, the next thing I'm going to do now is, okay, so let's just say this is a for loop. Right, the next thing I'm going to do right now is that I'm now going to put it back as a column. So I'm going to put this back as a column. Let me see. Put salary underscore half back as a column. Yep. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put salary. I'm going to put it in as a column, not back as a column. I'm going to put it in as a column, because if I say back, it's like I had it before, right? So now what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to do something really simple. Data science salary. I put, you know, I just put like an index, trying to index something, but this time around I'm going to create a new table, calling it salary underscore half. So this is a new table. I'm creating a new, not a new table, rather a new column. Then I go back in and I say, I'm just going to take that list, which is salary underscore half. That is this here. And I'm just going to put it here. And it's just going to go and append at the last part of our salary data frame. So here we go. First 5 rows over here. And if I go to the end, oh, you can see that. Look at that. Just to simplify it, I am just going to say data salaries. This time I'm just going to, you see what I did? I put the first index, and it's like I now created another list because I just want to take 2 things inside. So I'm going to have the 2 things I'm going to put inside is the salary column, put a comma. Again, I'll put salary underscore half. Look at that's a new column over there, and I check the first 5 rows, and you're going to see, oops. So you see that? So we have salary over here, and we have half, and this is what I have just done. So basically, this is like a use case, right? The whole idea is for you to just manipulate stuff, you know, play around with it and see what you can do. There are lots of stuff you can do. As a matter of fact, there are many ways I could have done this, right? I could have used a lambda function, but we're going to talk about that in future. I could have used, what else could I have used? A lambda function. I could have, you know, maybe mapped it using a lambda function still, right? Stuff like that. So, but this, I think this is just basically simple. And this way you just get to learn how to manipulate a list or use a list in data analysis, right? So you can watch this video all over again. You can start right from this place. Take your time and just understand the intuition. Understand that you can add a new column to a data frame using a list. Like, subscribe, share with friends and enemies.